Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome to NTP. Thanks for clicking on this video. Please make sure you click like and subscribe and have a look at our other videos and Toolbox Talks. They're packed full of interesting, informative and useful free training and advice. Now today we're diving into a topic that has caused confusion and controversy in the industry for nearly 2 decades. Driver's hours and the use of POA, periods of availability. So let's shed some light on this important aspect of driver regulations and see if we can clarify when to use POA. Now, when the Road Transport Working Time Regulations 2005 was introduced, it was hoped that the confusion surrounding driver's hours and POA would be resolved. Even after all these years, the confusion still remains. POA is one of the modes selected on the tachograph, represented by a square symbol with a line through it. It's used by drivers in the scope of the EU Driver's Hours Regulations 561 of 2006. And it's similar to a break in that it doesn't count towards the working time, but that's where the similarity ends, as POA is not a qualifying break under the EU Driver's Hours rules, so will not count towards the 45 minutes needed after 4.5 hours driving. It doesn't wipe the slate clean. So why is it there? Well, it appears historically the main reason was to differentiate between times when a driver is not working but is available, so maybe should be paid, and times when they're having a break and then maybe wouldn't be entitled to be paid. So what exactly are periods of availability? Well, according to the directive, periods of availability are those times when the driver is not required to be at their workstation, but must be available to start driving or carry out work. These periods can include things like waiting to board a ferry, accompanying a vehicle on a ferry or train, or even arriving early at a destination. The key is that the driver must be aware of these periods in advance, either before they leave or just before they begin. Now, important point, drivers cannot choose which mode to use to record their activity. It's compulsory to use the appropriate mode for each period of time. It's clearly stated in Article 34 of the EU Driver's Hours Regulations. A tachograph, despite its automatic elements, can never be fully automatic. It can't distinguish between different activities like loading, unloading, taking a break. So the driver must manually change the mode to accurately record their work. Now for POA, in the case of waiting time, when the duration of the wait is known in advance, the driver must not be required to stay at their workstation, which would be the vehicle, but they should be available to resume driving or working when needed. The driver can take their POA within the vehicle if it's their choice, say personal safety or security of the load or vehicle. So let's look at a few examples to help understand whether a specific time is considered POA or whether it would be other work. Remember, for the POA to be valid, the driver must know about the waiting time in advance. It could be through being told, being early for a time delivery or an arrival time, or consistently experience and wait at a specific location. You know about it in advance. Scenario 1. You're waiting at a loading bay and the waiting time is known in advance. If you're not required to stay at your workstation, the vehicle, you can log it as POA. Scenario 2. You arrive early for a scheduled delivery or you're dropping passengers off and know there will be a wait. If you're free to leave your vehicle, it can be recorded as POA, providing you know how long that wait will be. Scenario 3. You're waiting for a ferry or a train while accompanying a vehicle. Since you're not required to be at your workstation, you know how long it's going to be, you can log it as POA. Scenario 4. You arrive at your destination, you're told that they will be with you shortly, but they don't tell you how long it's going to be. This cannot be logged as POA as you don't know the duration in advance. Clearing up the confusion around driver's hours and POA is essential for the transport industry. If EU driver's hours and the working time regulations confuses you, or you just want to refresh your knowledge, head over to our website, the address is in the comments below, have a look at our driver's hour and working time course. And there's a selection of other courses as well, covering all sorts of useful topics. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, click like and subscribe so we can let you know when new videos are uploaded, and check out our other masterclasses and free training videos, including Toolbox Talks and more interesting, informative and useful videos. See you soon.